Lovely day to start cutting some wood here in northern New Mexico. So I'm up on my ridge where I've been doing a lot of work for the past month and about to get going. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting. Like I said, I've been working up on this ridge line for the past month now, and it's been pretty abundant with beetle kill pinon. And as you can see right down here and right over here is another tree. I'm gonna go ahead and clear the branches, strip it down, and then rip the trees up and get them in the back of my pickup. And then over on the other adjacent side of this ridge, I've got some wood that I actually left down yesterday when I had some issues with my chainsaw and the pull cord snapping. So I never like to leave wood out in the field, but fortunately this is a fairly remote area, pretty high up and pretty hard to get to back here in the BLM area. And so I'm gonna go ahead and work on some things and run by a few safety tips for you to make sure you're doing this process of cutting wood the right way and safely. Okay, so one of the considerations I always tell people to make when trying to increase their safety when cutting wood is to always make sure that your equipment is super sharp. And because I sharpen my own chains, I don't have an issue with that. But I can encourage people enough to make sure that their equipment is running in tip-top shape and that their chains are sharp. If you're trying to run a chain that's dull, it's gonna start to get tiresome, you're gonna get fatigued, and your safety is gonna go down. And in the end run, it's just gonna take you that much longer to harvest your wood. So always keep sharp equipment, whether you sharpen your own chains or take them to get sharpened. That's a huge safety tip and very overlooked. All right, so what I have here is just some of my basic safety equipment. I've got a helmet with ear protection, as you can't see because it's hidden under the helmet. It's got a face mask, which is super helpful from getting dust and debris away from your face and any of that stuff that can kick up and hit you. And then I've got several different pairs of safety glasses I also wear, and another pair of earmuffs, and I always use earplugs, and then I put the earmuffs on over my ears because chainsaws are extremely loud and you don't want to lose your hearing because that could be a very bad thing later in life. So these are a few of the safety tools and pieces of equipment I use. Another good piece of equipment that I don't have offhand is a pair of safety chaps, and chaps are really nice because the fabric will stop the chain from rotating, and it might not completely prevent you from getting hurt, but it might minimize the injury. So especially if you're running a chainsaw and you're new to using it, I would definitely suggest using chaps anytime because it just increases your safety. And then last but not least, I always wear steel toe boots. So I got some other tips to teach you as I go along cutting today, but this is a good start, and I encourage everybody to increase their safety equipment collection. That in itself will prevent you from getting really hurt or really injured.